Is there a common unifying thread? What if God's out there?
I don't know what I want. What I want is, I want to know what I want.
If a person is lost in the world, it's just like, they're already in hell.
And so I said, yes, I will take that journey. I will not turn my back on anything. I will just expand myself and let you form me and mold me. Yeah.
What am I doing here? Am I doing things for God or for myself?
Maybe God is also ashamed of who I was. Maybe God didn't like me also, because I didn't like myself.
Non ho bisogno di essere in gruppo per adorare Dio. Posso adorarle ovunque, nel mio paese d'origine, qui in Italia, se vado negli Stati Uniti d'America o ovunque.
I don't feel the need to pray. And for me, faith is not believing that this is the most important thing. I want to have things. I just don't want things to have me.
I had this image of Jesus and his arms outstretched, and then there are lines from his arms that started to make the ik on God of our faith, that the oneness that always is. I'd gone to do battle, and the church had transformed into my sanctuary.
I'm a Muslim with a capital M, but I think my role in the world is better defined with a small m. I'm a person who can understand the others, hopefully, and who submits his will to God.
I found a spiritual dimension which came in the form of an animal, came in the form of a black bird. And in the language of the crow, of the raven, it did a little circle and sort of flapped its wings, and I kind of interpreted it, his little dance, as asking me, well, if you were to live, what is it that you would want to live for?
And I saw tears in his eyes, and I says, Papa, warum weinst du? In German, why are you crying? And he says, I just talked with God. And I asked him, does it hurt when you talk with God? That's how a child goes. And he says, no. So why did you cry? Because I remember such a long time since I really talked to them.
I was in the second floor of the mosque, looking at the Kaaba down, and I was praying, and I got this strong feeling of, really, it's all God's will. And 2 weeks later, I met my husband.
E jogou perto desse carro no chão, assim, muita cocaína, e falando, eu não quero mais isso para minha vida. A partir de hoje eu quero algo diferente, que vocês me trouxeram. Na verdade, a gente só era um mensageiro de Deus.
God, if you're there, give me a sign, give me something. And I closed my eyes and just flipped the pages and put my finger on the text. And there I read, know that that you cannot comprehend God, but God comprehendeth all. I got the message. So that's how I became a Muslim.
And I started talking to God like as if he was a person. And I said, hey, you know what? You listen to me right now. I have done every damn thing for this child. Do you want me to do the right thing for this child? Then you just better jump in, because I can't do anything more.
God was pointing to me, a German soldier with a big rifle, looking for us. He couldn't find us, and we survived.
When it was hard for my mother, she would sing. Oh, I couldn't hear nobody pray. Couldn't hear nobody pray, Lord, way down yonder by myself, and I couldn't hear nobody pray.
And I've always said it felt like chains flew in all directions. And this was a God I could rely upon to love me, to accept me, to embrace me, to give to me, even if I was not perfect, even if I fell. And that's been much of my message to this day, that you come to God by doing it wrong. That's breathing underwater, not by doing it right.